Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmad Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. The Pakistan Super League is all set to start from the 17th now. It will continue once again 17th, 18th and 19th. You'll watch all the action from the Pindi Cricket Stadium where the remaining group stages matches are complete, and then of course the PSL moves on to Lahore where you have the qualifiers, the eliminators and then the final. So 25th, 17th till the 25th this tournament will recommence, and we're all very excited for the tournament as well. Teams are confirming their players, they're confirming their combinations. The points table is also very important. Once we move on to the details, I'll show you the points table as well, but the schedule is now out. Time now to introduce the guest. First of all, joining us in studios is our cricket commentator, international broad presenter and sports expert Asif Ahmad. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmad. I'm perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. We've also been joined by a cricket expert and analyst Saba Hussain. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmad. I'm good, fine, and good to be back after a couple of weeks, and still 6-0.
Absolutely. I think it'll always be 6-0. So that's going to be the motto for the next couple of years.
Well, I think, guys, updated. It's 7-0 now.
Yes, 7. Yes, as I know who confirmed that, so it's 7-0. So we're moving on. But then again, like I said, the Pakistan Super League all set to recommence. If our team, of course, we've got a fantastic team here at Sports Extra, bringing you all the latest updates as well. The points table, like I said, is going to be very important. There you go, with a blink of a flash. That's Team Sports Extra. Quetta Gladiators, their dominance continued once the PSL was postponed. Karachi Kings at number 2, 13, 10 points, then 10 points for Islamabad United, 9 for Lahore, 8 for Peshawar. Multan Sultans out of the tournament. God knows the team who lost a match to them will be cursing themselves. That's the only victory they got.
I think it's interesting that Peshawar Zalmi got 8 points, and then Islamabad United with 10 points, and they have only one game remaining. Let's see if Peshawar winning, Islamabad losing.
No, the Peshawar-Lahore match, Asif, is going to be imperative, because Lahore's got one game remaining, Peshawar's got 2 remaining. So
if Lahore, the Islamabad United, they have only one game.
And even if Lahore loses, I think it will be a very tricky situation then.
Well, I think if you are a Peshawar Zalmi fan, if you're a Babar Azam fan, of course, that you'll pray that for the Babar Azam, the news coming that he's not feeling well, either he'll play the remaining games or not. I'm not sure about it. But some sources were claiming over the social media that Babar is not fit. But this is not confirmed news. So the Babar Azam's fans, I think that they were just thinking for something extraordinary from Babar Azam. And you know that when Babar Azam finished the very last game against, I think that was Quetta Gladiators, if I'm not wrong, the way he played, that was a very good innings, though he got a couple of chances there. But everybody was asking that we want some finishing stuff from Babar Azam, and this is what he has done. On the other side, Islamabad struggling once again, Ahmad, as we were discussing yesterday, that Sahibzada Farhan and Colin Munro, both of them, their role would be really crucial for Islamabad United.
Alex Hales is coming to Islamabad United.
Yeah, Alex Hales once again, see, his last tour, that wasn't impressive. He didn't play well. And now he's joining again. So it's a good opportunity for Islamabad United, because they have only one game, and they won 5 consecutive games. But after that, Shadab Khan was struggling, Colin Munro was unfit, and they lost a couple of games in a row. So that's why they're under pressure. But on the other side, Karachi Kings, once again in the captaincy of David Warner, as we heard that all of the foreigner players, they were staying in Dubai during all this in chaos, and they were happy. Once again, the Indian media, they were spreading some fake news that and then they've mentioned the Rashad said that the couple of players, they don't want to come back again to Pakistan. But once again, Darren Mitchell gave a very clear statement. He said that I never said like this. So Pakistan Super League once again will enjoy the rest of the games, and especially when we talk about the 3 days in Rawalpindi and the rest of the games in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, the crowd of Rawalpindi is amazing. On the very next day of a coward attack of India, we have watched a jam-packed crowd at Rawalpindi.
You're talking about the other day, I'm talking about the day. There was a strike in Pindi, obviously, which is an unfailed, unsuccessful strike. It was a failed attempt.
Shameful strike.
Shameful strike, a cowardly one. People were gathered around that scene. So, I mean, that's the enthusiasm of the Pindi crowd. And let me be very honest with you. This is PSL.
Yeah.
Imagine it if there is a team dedicated to Pindi. Imagine the hype then at the Pindi Cricket Stadium in a match between Pindi Islamabad. My goodness, that will be interesting.
Well, see that I and Sherazi sir was in the stadium, and what we have observed, what we have witnessed, that the crowd was roaring and they were raising slogans of Pakistan Zindabad, Pak Army Zindabad. That was the passion of the crowd. And on the very next day, this is what I was talking about, and it's you said that when a shameful attack by the Indian forces, on that day, even we observed that the crowd was there, they were chanting slogan and they were just praising Pakistan's security forces.
Absolutely.
So the passion is amazing.
Absolutely. Sabir Hussain, PSL of course recommences. The timeline was very important to start it as soon as possible. How do you see the development? And then, like we also talked about the fact that these matches are going to be very important, especially now between Peshawar and Lahore is going to be interesting who qualifies.
Absolutely, you know, Ahmad, I mean, first of all, congratulations to Pakistan. You know, the PSL will resume on 17th. So there will be a super weekend, you know, this Saturday and Sunday. So very excited to see Peshawar Zalmi and Lahore Qalandar as well. But before that match, Karachi Kings and Peshawar Zalmi. So Peshawar Zalmi, basically they are having at number 4, number 5, I think they are having 8 points. It will be crucial for them to win basically this particular match against Karachi to be on a safe side. But otherwise, I mean, if they lose it, then Karachi will be having 12 points. So they might go through. But I mean, very tough for Peshawar Zalmi to beat Lahore Qalandar in a crucial match, especially, you know, and in Rawalpindi as well, because smaller ground, you know, there are a couple of good batters in Lahore Qalandar. But on the other hand, we have seen lots of criticism on Babar Azam. At the initial stage of this particular league, you know, PSL 10, he was struggling a bit in initial 3 to 4 matches. But the way basically Peshawar Zalmi won their matches, Babar Azam played a crucial role. So basically you need to have some, you know, useful contribution in a winning cause, which Babar Azam did, especially in the last 2 matches. So it will be interesting to see how basically you know, Karachi Kings will be gathered, because they have all kind of, you know, ingredients from Multan Sultan, likes of Abbas Afridi, Khushdil Shah as well, you know, James wins also, and then Tim Safiyad as well. Shan Masood is struggling, but David Warner got some runs as well, so he has some runs in the belly. But it will be important for Peshawar Zalmi to win. I personally want, because I'm a big fan of Babar Azam. To be very honest, I would like to see Peshawar Zalmi to be in the you know, knockout stage. Then obviously he has not won this particular trophy, but Shaheen Shafridi has tested the Champions the PSL trophy as well twice. But it will be interesting to see how Peshawar Zalmi will be utilizing his, you know, middle order, because we have seen Mohammad Haris, he played some good innings. Babar Azam himself, Saim Ayub is struggling. He has a 150 in this particular tournament, but he needs to, you know, play some good cricket, because only 2 matches are remaining. Then there will be knockout stage as well. So huge, you know, respect for Pindi crowd. They have been always, you know, amazing, whether you are playing in a domestic league or international matches as well. So we are basically peaceful and safe country, like you were, both of you, you know, mentioning on the same day. So we were basically collecting the debris of, you know, drones. So this is the enthusiastic patriotism of Pakistani, you know, local, you know, persons. I mean, we are basically not afraid of these kind of, you know, a shameful act by the Indian army, government, whatever you said. But I mean, I'm quite excited, happy to be a part of Pakistan, and I'm quite excited to see this particular weekend of PSL 10.
Absolutely. A very, very important update for all you cricket fans out there, especially PSL, because in the last couple of days, a lot of people have asked me that we had already purchased tickets for the match that was called off. So what's going to happen? So the Pakistan Cricket Board has finally issued a press release in which the PCB has announced ticket details for the remaining 8 matches of the PSL to be played in Rawalpindi and Lahore. Fans who had brought tickets for the 8th May Peshawar Zalmi versus Karachi Kings, 9th May Peshawar versus Lahore, and 10th May Islamabad versus Karachi fixtures can now use the same tickets for 17th, 18th and 19th May fixtures at the Pindi Cricket Stadium. So simple as that, a double header at the Pindi Cricket Stadium. The previously issued 9th May ticket can be used to attend both games. So if you had purchased a ticket at 9th for 1 match, you can watch 2 matches now on the 9th. So congratulations to all of you who had purchased tickets. Asif Ahmad, it was very important. So PCB finally has issued a statement that you can use the same ticket. Since you have already given 7 tickets each to your friends,
oh yes,
you
actually,
can also
Sherazi
highlight
Saba
it.
has given me 3-4 tickets. for the upcoming game. So thank you very much, Sherazi Sab.
30, 40 tickets?
3-4.
Oh, 3, 4 tickets.
All right. Well, it's a good news, and people were asking me about the tickets and what's going on, and that how we could purchase the tickets for the upcoming matches. So if you have tickets in your pocket, just keep them safe and bring them with yourself and enjoy the double header, as Ahmad was talking about. And Ahmad, earlier we were hearing that rest of the PSL will be held at Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, but later on the chairman Pakistan Cricket Board and the PSL's management, they've decided that the 3 days at Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium and rest of the matches at Gaddafi Stadium. So both of these stadiums, whenever we watch cricket there, especially when we talk about the Rawalpindi's crowd, amazing. And as Sabir was talking about the Peshawar Zalmi, this is the home ground for Peshawar Zalmi, and we have watched the yellow storm during the Peshawar Zalmi's match at Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, and everybody was just raising one slogan, that was King Babar Azam. So Babar Azam has a huge fan following, not only in Pakistan, but around the globe. People love him, people love to watch him, and especially when we talk about his cover drive. So I'm missing his cover drives. He's struggling in this PSL as well, but I wish him good luck, because in Rawalpindi, when we talk about the home ground of Peshawar Zalmi, and if he's leading Peshawar Zalmi and if not performing well, then I think that's a question mark for the rest of the Peshawar Zalmi's team as well.
Well, I have been instructed to ask you, Asif, what more do you want? Sherazi Sab is saying he scored 250s. He also finished a match the first time in his career. What more do you need from him?
Well, this is Pakistan Super League and franchise cricket. I want something extraordinary from him. 250s are not enough. Even, these kind of bowling lineup, when we talk about Islamabad or Karachi or Lahore, if he's struggling against these kind of bowlers, what will he do in the upcoming international events? So it's a question mark. When we see his class, when we see his stature in the cricket, in the batting, it's not a proper answer, isn't it? Ahmad, do you agree with me?
I wish I could tell you what I'm being told, but we'll leave it for that after the show. But Sabir, what more do you need?
Look, I mean, two things. First of all, let's come down Babar Azam. You look from 2021, 2022, Fakhar Zaman is the highest run scorer, 558 runs. Then twice Babar Azam was the highest run scorer in the PSL, 2023, 2024 as well. Then Mohammad Rizwan as well. So these are basically top 3 players, I mean, top run scorers for last 4 to 5 years in this particular PSL. So I mean, yes, he is a big, aura kind of a player, but we have lots of expectation. He is also a human being. He is the one basically who has made 10,000 runs in all 3 formats.
Sabir, let me interrupt you. Sorry, Ahmad. Sorry. Are you satisfied with his performances so far?
Yes, a simple question.
So yes, I am satisfied with
fine.
Babar Azam's performances individually, with the batsmen, also as a captain as well. Look, I mean, the way they have been, losing their initial matches, but I mean, now they have started to winning the matches, and also Babar Azam is contributing. So this is a positive sign. They have peaked at the right time. So still 2 matches are remaining. So I mean, we have to be some optimistic. I mean, why we always criticize? Why we always expect all the things from Babar Azam? There are some other players to make some scores. Asif, I think.
No, Sabir, why shouldn't we criticize? Why? If you are his fan, I'm not his spokesperson. I'm just talking about his batting. So there is a difference between a cricket analyst and a cricket fan. So if he's not performing well, and as you said that we want something extraordinary from him, so we should criticize if he's not doing something.
Okay, fine.
So it's not criticism just for the sake of criticism. It's criticism for the betterment of Babar Azam.
Okay, Asif,
if Babar Azam performing well,
I have a huge respect.
But let's just move on to more than Babar Azam. At this critical juncture in time, it's very important, this PSL. Remember, the next assignment of Pakistan and Mike Hesson and the ICC is going to be next year's T20 World Cup in February. And Sabir, I think the first change we need to make as a nation is not identify players and finalize a squad a week before the tournament, but do it right now in the next month.
Rightly said, Ahmad, this is the time basically, and it will be, the PCB management has to decide, because we have seen the blunders, especially in 2021. Azam Khan was selected because of social media, lots of pressure. Then he was dropped. Shoaib Malik was inducted in 2020 World Cup, T20 World Cup as well. Then we have seen some more names in 2022 World Cup as well. Mohammad Nawaz, not to include some fast bowling all-rounder in Australian conditions as well. So this is the time. These are basically 5 to 7 matches. Then you have, 5 matches T20 series against Bangladesh as well. So the captain and coach and also selection committee, they have to sit now to decide. You are basically 18 to 20 players, not to think about 12 to 15 players, but 20 players at least. You have to have some backup players. Look, Asif, Ahmad, you have to prepare the players with the ample chances. You cannot expect some players who can play 2 to 3 matches. Then you have to say that, okay, these are basically backup players. Backup players are basically those who have played at least 15 to 20 matches. Then they can replace like the Babar
Yes,
Azam.
not a new one. Yes, very true. Not an under 19 player who can be a backup.
Exactly. So I mean, you have to basically develop players. This is an unfortunate incident in Pakistan. Basically, we also, we are supposed to motivate the players in their bad times and also in the good times as well. So motivation is very important for a normal human being. But as a player, you need to have a support from coaching staff. You have to have some consistent chances. You cannot expect from 4 to 5 matches. Sahibzada Farhan, look, lots of injustice with Sahibzada Farhan. He is the most deserving player as far as ODIs and T20 format is concerned. He has been given a chance. Look, a couple of years ago when Shafique was the captain in New Zealand series, he has been given 1 or 2 matches and also at number 4 position. This is total injustice. He is the opener and he is the one basically who has made 4 centuries in a single calendar year. So I mean, these are the players basically who has been given consistent chances. Let's give them 15 to 20 matches. Then you are supposed to decide.
But it becomes very important, Sabir. I understand and I completely agree with this formula. Now with Mike Hesson, who comes to head Pakistan's white ball campaign, he's got a different mentality. He's seen most of the players, and multiple times while talking to the media, he has termed Shadab Khan to be a very important player who can be floated up the order, as an all-rounder. Certain things that but obviously I understand franchise and international cricket is different. At this moment, it will be very important, Sabir, what kind of authority he gets in team selection. If he is given that full go-ahead, there is a very likely chance that majority senior players Pakistan has right now would not be part of that T20 World Cup. That's a very high chance.
Look, I mean, you have to, if you are looking at the future, perspective, 2026, then better to include some young guns in this particular format. Let's separate some players from ODIs format to T20 format. This is again mishap in Pakistan cricket. You basically select players on the basis of PSL. They have been inducted in the ODIs and also on the performances of PSL. You basically included in the test size as well. So you have to basically differentiate the technical skills of the players. Then select the players on the skills. If they are good enough in T20s, restrict them on only for the T20s, likes of Sahibzada Farhan, if Mohammad Haris as well, Saim Ayub, there are a couple of more players who are basically
Which position would you play Sahibzada Farhan? Asif,
the things are basically changed. This is not a 150, 160 kind of aura.
If you bring in Sahibzada Farhan, where would you like to see him back?
Opening department or one down position.
That means no Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan in the team.
No,
simple.
No, to be very honest, I have a huge Babar Azam. We have been supporting a lot, but the cricket has been changed. If you are not basically changing your technical skills as far as hitting some sixes are concerned, especially in the power play, and also converting your 50s into 80s to 90s.
Asif Ahmad, I'm going to put this very simply in front of you. This is a $1 million question. If Pakistan intends to win the 2026 World Cup, they have to think of a team without Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan.
Well, I don't agree with you, sorry, and I respectably disagree with Sabir Bhai. Sabir Bhai, the question is that if there is no Babar Azam, no Rizwan, do remember in last 10 games, out of 10 games, 3-4 times your team were not able to play even 20 overs.
Yes.
Without. You brought young talent, as Ahmad you were mentioning with the Hesson is bringing young blood. Please name 3-4 guys in front of me, and let's try to elaborate that what kind of performances they guys are having in the first class cricket. Hesson, and then we have Abdul Samad. Both of these guys, they didn't play much domestic cricket. Once again, the problem is, because this is what I have heard from the presser of Hassan Nawaz after the second game. He said that I thought that I'm not an international stuff. I'll go back to the domestic cricket. I'll work on my mistakes.
Oh, very wise.
Very wise. Yes, yes. But his inclusion wasn't the mistake of Hassan Nawaz, who has taken that decision. Of course, that the management and the coach, the selection committee.
I would rather go ahead and say the lobby who pushed his selection.
Well, that's the problem, Ahmed. That's the problem. If Shadab Khan is not playing well for Pakistan, that why you are considering his name? Only just because
Based on the franchise performances,
yes, I think that I do not agree with this policy, and that's why Pakistan is losing for a long time, and Pakistan is not performing well in.
I mean, if I was to draft anyone from the PSL based on their performance, including domestic cricket, other than PSL, I think Hassan Ali should have been that prime candidate. At least he's gone back to domestic cricket and played there and made Lahore champion. He had done that in the past, and right now you see a very fit Hassan Ali who's focused.
Yeah.
I understand, but if you want to play somebody on basis on PSL, then play someone who at the same time has enough domestic experience.
Well, that's the problem, Ahmed. See, we have one guy, Shehzad, an all-rounder. If you see his stats, played 21 first-class games, batting average is 40, bowling average is 23, has taken 25 wickets. I think that justified. His selection in Pakistan Super League justified. We do understand that he's performing well in domestic circuit, and franchise picked him. But if you're bringing a player like, once again, see, we have these examples, and these are the worst examples. Why you're bringing Azam Khan again and again? And once again, you're giving him chance. Why? Just one thing, and that is, I've been talking for a long time.
Nowadays,
it's injustice with another youngster that you are including Azam Khan even in franchise cricket. It's
and that's why I say guys like Rohail, guys like Hasibullah, you know,
Yes.
they deserve to play this format of T20 cricket.
And you mentioned Hassan Ali. I've been watching him from last 2-3 years that he's working hard in domestic cricket. He's working hard on
The guy's not made one public statement.
Yes.
He's not criticized anyone.
Yeah.
He's actually self-criticized that I understand I wasn't up to the mark. I'm
Yeah.
trying my best. And he's not even mentioned anywhere that, you know, I deserve to be in the team. He's just focused on his career. I think that's what matters the most. As a
Exactly.
domestic cricketer, your primary job is not only to make lobbies to play for Pakistan, but be good enough that the selectors select you for Pakistan.
And really sad that I've heard that there's still this lobbying is going on. Still.
I had been saying it yesterday, Sabir Hussain, I'm sure you will comment that Mike Hesson's first job is going to be to reform the dressing room environment that Pakistan cricket has, right?
You know, absolutely, because he has been the part of Pakistan cricket. It's like Islamabad Association, Islamabad United for a couple of years, and he knows the culture of Pakistan cricket. I mean, he knows a couple of local, you know, Pakistani players. I mean, he understands, you know, the psychology of some players as well. So he will be the right man for this particular job. Again, it will be important for PCB to give him all kind of authorities, to be very honest. He has the authority to select the players, to groom the players, and to give the chances to the players, and also with the coaching staff and also the selection committee as well. So do not expect, lots of results from him. So give him some time. He's a cool and calm guy. He has basically delivered some good results. His franchise cricket, like Royal Challengers Bangalore, and also in New Zealand as well, as the head coach of New Zealand. So he has been quite good in this particular job. But in Pakistani culture, he has to basically understand that Pakistan are a little bit, you know, impatient, a little bit some choosy at times. But PCB has to decide, okay, fine, we are basically giving you at least 2 years. Then
Minimum, yes.
Minimum 2
Minimum
years.
2 years.
Because series by series, you are basically put these kind of guys lots of pressure, to be very honest.
And even the bigger onus is that Pakistan, there's going to be cricket in the Olympics now, right? So you have a couple of years to that. You have to decide and finalize the name a year before. That's how Olympics work in Los Angeles. That's what you got to do. And if you're not sure about the next 6 months, how are you going to do 1 year? That's what I'm talking about.
The teams are basically planning 6 months before, 1 year before, because they have, you know, bench strength. They have number of players. Then they have the options to basically select these kind of players. The problem is Pakistan cricket for last 4 years. We have same kind of 15 to 17 players who basically who have been playing again and again in a smaller series and a lesser team series against Netherlands, against Zimbabwe, you know, against Bangladesh as well. So we were basically did not prepare some kind of bench strength like Sahibzada Farhan. Look in middle order, we struggled a lot. Kushdil Shah, Iftikhar Ahmad, they have been playing lots of cricket, but again they failed to deliver. We basically struggled a lot to find out a proper all-rounder. Again, now we have seen Fahim Ashraf. What about Amir Yamin? You know, we have basically missed injustice with lots of players. Again, like Asif rightly said, there has to be a lobby as well. If you want to select yourself in a particular Pakistan national team, you have to have a lobby. Mir Hamza doesn't have a lobby. Muhammad Abbas doesn't have a lobby. Shanwaz Khan Dahani from my own city, from Larkana, he doesn't have a lobby. But
he doesn't have a lobby, but he met the chief minister to request him to be included into the Pakistani side.
But I mean, he has to go to some, find some political influence. I mean, so this is the kind of,
my question: if the player himself is going to certain people to get himself back into the team, it's just.
Ahmad, he performed in domestic circuit. He performed, he delivered in 4-day cricket.
Could you please tell me stats, Saber bhai?
The fitness was the main issue with Shahnawaz.
Well, that's the problem. Yes,
99% of the time our players are unfit. And I would say this simple. Right now, if you want to improve on your white ball cricket, I'm not even talking about test cricket right now, white ball cricket, I'll even narrow it down to T20 cricket. Give me 11 guys who can field well into the team. They have to field well.
We do not have. Simply,
you simply cannot, expect yourself. And then what I don't understand that why is it that on every crucial situation, and I've seen it in the PSL as well, I'm not even going to international cricket, 3 overs, 30 runs required, Pakistan's primary fast bowlers will come and leak those runs in 2 overs.
Very simply.
Simple as that. In the past 3 years, you've not been able to develop a bowler for the last 3 overs. Simple
Who's responsible? I think that first of all, Pakistan Cricket Board, and then of course, cricketer himself, bowler himself, why he's not working on variety, why he's not working on new things, why we keep talking about the Mitchell Stark and Jasprit Bumrah, because they're perfect for all the formats, not only in the T20 ODI, but in the test cricket as well. So the problem with the Pakistan cricket, I'll try to ask you, Ahmad, that you mentioned that Hesson will bring some young talent. Of course, that he'll be working on it because now he got the responsibility.
Look, my definition of young talent is different than what people think young talent is.
Well, please elaborate.
No, my definition of young talent is a guy who's played 20 to 25 matches on the domestic front, not PSL, domestic front.
Yes. Domestic.
Has consistently performed in the PSL, not one season, 2-3 seasons. That's my definition. Look, by a youngster, I mean somebody who's not played for Pakistan. I don't mean an under-19 cricketer who scored a couple of fancy shots and you bring him into the team. Not at all.
Some people are talking about Ali Raza. Yes, he's a good prospect. He's bowling well. He has energy. His bowling action is very smooth. But please, let him play at least 2 seasons in domestic cricket.
The sad part is that he's going to go to the high performance center. Akib Javed right now is the director of the high performance center. The last time a genuine all-rounder like Anwar Ali went to the high performance center, Ehsanullah went to the high performance center, we know what happened. I am very, very skeptical about the PCB should decide right now in the entire world. I'm not even talking about Pakistan. I see one bowler who can consistently bowl 155 plus is Ali Raza. All you need to do is connect him with someone and work on him, preserve him as a fast bowler.
Ahmed, why we are not taking some help from our stars, from our legends? They always sit over the TV and talk about Pakistan cricket. Why not Shoaib Akhtar? Why not Wasim Akram? Forget about Waqar Younis because he got a couple of chances. He remained with Pakistan. But these two guys, why I think we should contact them and tell them that please come for at least 7-10 days. As we had these kind of camps earlier in 90s and then in the earlier of 2003, 2004, we had the regional academies where the former cricketers used to work with the under-19
I said it yesterday as well, that instead of firing all those 5-6 mentors give them one region each and tell them to report to grassroots levels at that point. Give it to them. I mean, why can I not have somebody like Misbah-ul Haq or Shoaib Malik going to remote areas of Sindh and organizing camps over there? Why shouldn't that happen?
Ahmad, I just wanted to say something.
Please.
Look, I mean, I just wanted to say about these mentors. I mean, what mentors basically have given you? How many players they have developed? How many districts they have visited? I mean, how many small rural areas they have visited? They basically they were on the payroll of PCB. They were getting their monthly salaries. Okay, I have a huge respect for them because they are the national heroes. They have served Pakistan. But again, the kind of job responsibility they have been given. They were on the television shows as well.
You're talking about television. What's the point of a mentor to play in the playing 11 of a T20 franchise?
Playing some T20 league outside Pakistan as well. During the Faisalabad Cup, couple of mentors basically left and they basically wanted to play
it's the same thing. I appoint a teacher in the school and he goes and sits on the student benches. What's the point of having him then?
Who has to blame?
Someone else.
Ahmed, who has to blame? There's accountability. I mean, we always talk about accountability, but again, Asif said about Shoaib Akhtar, Waqar Younis as well. Look, they are the national heroes. It's their prime responsibility to basically work at their own. They are not supposed to ask for money from PCB. Look,
No,
they
but
have
because of
ample
this,
kind
they
amount.
look,
Look,
like,
see, this is their bread and butter.
no, but on the account of players, I'll be honest to an extent that certain players are not even there for the money. Certain players are only there for the respect. And unfortunately, the PCB has not respected former players in the past 10 years. Let's be very honest. I mean, you can't just expect somebody to come for 5-6 months on your own agenda and then fire him when you don't need him. That cannot happen.
Yeah,
you
it
need to
happened
create a
with
system.
Yunus Khan.
Yeah, it
No.
happened with Yunus Khan.
Yes.
You know, it's happened in the past where players have been given miserable exits. I mean, that's why they're ready to work with any other cricketing nation. So I think that's what's disappointing as well. But I think particularly because of the PSL and whatever's going to happen, if you that's why, Asif, you remember even yesterday we were saying that if you've identified 4,000 plus schools and colleges who have registered in the talent hunt program, then for God's sake, keep them in a consistent structure.
Yes.
Don't just, we had, a school cricket Ramadan league, never to be seen again. Yeah. We didn't have a grassroots level cricket tournament for women cricketers. Right now, I'm not even talking about Lahore, Karachi, Faisalabad, anywhere. Islamabad's club cricket is a disaster at the moment. How you expect to play players or produce players when you have no club cricket, no school cricket? It's just not possible hypothetically.
Well, I
Also,
think
commercialization is very important. Ahmad, I think PCB needs to commercialize, cricketers, especially to find out some young
I
talent.
think
Go to
PCB is
universities.
very
Come to my
good in that
university as well.
department. Isn't it, Ahmad? PCB is very good in that particular department, that they sell PSL in a very good manner.
My question would be, who picks associations? How are associations picked?
When
Under
we
who?
had, when we had
No, I was
50
just given something, so I just want to know that it is I know where this is coming from. I know everybody who's been part of Islamabad Cricket Association. I know everybody. I have played club cricket in this very city to a point where we had grass as tall as my hips, and
Yeah.
at the same time I had to bring in cricket balls. At one time you commercialized to a point that every club was paying 5,500 rupees to play a Fazal Mahmood cricket tournament club match because they had to pay for the umpires and scorers. It has been embarrassing. If it is the responsibility of the Cricket Association, the Pakistan Cricket Board as a complete structure, then give full autonomy to the cricket associations. Have them work their mandate, have them voted rightly. Don't have these shenanigans of having false scrutinies of clubs who don't even exist and giving me cricket associations. I would rather sack every cricket association in Pakistan right now. The point is, if the cricket association thinks that their primary target is to have 2 tournaments, 1 T20, 140 overs every year, and their job is done, then I'm sorry. I don't think that's the case.
Well, Ahmed, calm down, first of all.
I'm calm. This is me calm.
Second, no, I could understand. I could understand from where you are coming. And the point which you're raising, that is really important. Once again, the problem is the politics within the teams, within the clubs, within the regions. And who is responsible for that? Of course, we are responsible.
Everyone is responsible.
Everyone is responsible for that. And if you're playing for an opposition club, and if you're performing so well, even then we will not consider you for the region. We will not consider you for the under-19. We will not consider you for the senior district, and then for the Qaid Azam Trophy. Well, that's the problem. And nobody is talking about that who will sort out these kind of problems. So I think that the cricket legends like Javed Miandad, like Zahir Abbas, like even Shoaib Akhtar, Wasim Akram, which we should have their lectures, seminars for the youngsters, for the school cricket, for the cricketers, for the club cricketers, for the regional cricketers. We should have their
look. With all due respect, 2025 is the year. I am not interested to know what used to happen when Wasim Akram was playing club cricket.
Yeah.
I am not interested to know. I want Wasim Akram to tell me that this is a guy he's worked with. He's personally raised his hand, I'm going to work with Ali Raza. Simple as that. I want these kinds of stories. Yeah, we have examples, but the fact is that these kinds of examples matter.
Well,
if the
Ahmed,
PCB,
for example, if Brian Lara visiting Pakistan and on the request of Pakistan Cricket Board, and we'll take him to the clubs or to the regional under-19 team, and just imagine Brian Lara delivering a lecture over the cricket.
This is where I have a problem with the system. Right now, Pakistan held a huge tournament a while ago of the ICC Women's World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
All the participating teams could be taken for a fancy dinner at a traditional Lahore restaurant. Why couldn't you, talk to those teams, and a couple of players could have gone and visited young girls in schools and
In the
colleges.
colleges, yes.
Given them some lectures about what cricket is. I mean, imagine.
Then the problem is the vision.
The vision. 8, 9, 10-year-old girls seeing Hayley Matthews in front of them.
Yeah.
And thinking that, her story is related to us. We have problems and infrastructure which is lacking, and we can become the next generation of cricketers. Simply, that's what I'm saying. 1,200 plus schools have registered only in Punjab.
Yeah.
Cricket equipment in 2025 is absolutely expensive.
Yeah.
Who's going to help them financially? No, that's
this
the
is
bigger
what
question.
we had discussed yesterday, that either Pakistan Cricket Board has a plan for that, or they came up without a plan, and they just putting all the onus on the school and school management, that you're the responsible coaching staff, you're responsible for the facilities, infrastructure, each and everything. I think Pakistan Cricket Board should step in and tell them these are the funds, and we allocate these funds for the school cricket.
Absolutely. I think we're going to take this in detail, and we'll have a whole program on school cricket and the domestic, and when I mean domestic, I mean club cricket. But that being said, going towards the close of the program, I am bound to ask these gentlemen, who do they see qualifying? Quetta and Karachi seem to be in a very comfortable position at the moment. Sabir, what is your assessment of who's going to be there at 3 and 4, considering the current points table situation?
Look, I mean, I'm quite hopeful for Peshawar Zalmi, number 3, number 13. From Lahore Qalandars, Islamabad United, I would go for Islamabad United. Lahore Qalandars, because Islamabad United, they have lost consecutive 4 matches. I don't know about their morale, their individual performances. Most of foreign players left. Some new players are coming to join, this particular squad as well. It will be difficult for Shadab Khan to, gather all kind of things and to win, their last 2 matches, to be on the top of the table or in between the table as well. But I would love to see Peshawar Zalmi to qualify. I'm not worried about Lahore or Islamabad.
Right. So yes, Asif, it's a very interesting choice.
Very simple. Quetta, Karachi Kings, Islamabad United and Peshawar Zalmi. These are my 4.
Well, I have the same as Asif Ahmad. I don't believe.
Sherazi won't be happy because Asif didn't say about Lahore Qalandars.
Even I think Lahore is not going to qualify. Even I think that at the moment. I think there will be another team this year that will want to learn only rather than play and win matches. But thank you very much, Asif Ahmad. Thank you very much, Sabir Hussain, for joining us. The fact still remains that the PSL commences on the 17th once again, and we're going to be very excited. All of you people who already have the tickets, we gave you the details that the same tickets can be used for the corresponding matches. So go there, enjoy. I want the stadiums full. Thank you very much for joining us. From me and our entire team, it's goodbye for now.